Okay, we are live. I think. Hello, testing, testing, testing. Hello, testing, testing, testing. Okay. Oh, can we see? Are we good? You guys remember when I drank that rotten coconut milk? I think I just did it again. Oh, I did not know coconut milk could rot. Hello, let's switch you to live chat. Hey, Sparkly Popsicle, Heather Weather, Lauren, Diana, Cutthroat. I saw a place named Cutthroat, and it made me think of you, Cutthroat. Hi, Steph. Hi, Chrissy. Oxford, Michigan. Nice. Sorry, I should have brought my glasses. I am blind. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Heather Weather. Love you. Aw. You like my hair? Thanks. I don't know how I feel about it still. But thank you. Hi, Chris. Oh, thank you. Hello from the UK. Crystal's here. Melanie's here. Valerie, Noki. Wow. Okay. Oh, I have some notes. So let's get into number 51. It's kind of a... Sorry I'm late, by the way. I know I was talking about going live like earlier, but today was a day of traveling and I was like, we're gonna get to this when we get to it, I guess. But we have a lot of notes on this one, and I did not know much about this numbered man, number 51, because of the story. I guess the family kind of got pushed out of the order, and there's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of different reasons people think that motivated the situation, but Todd's here. Just realized that I can put the live stream on my TV with the chat. Ooh, that's cool. That's something I did not know. Okay, so number 51 is actually still alive, so I'm not going to say their name. But maybe I can say how they're related. If you guys remember number 20, he ends up marrying number 20's family. I don't know if that's going to let's not confuse it, okay? Okay, so here's some things that should be mentioned about number 51. He was one of 4 people present when the order started in 1935. So Eldon, the founder of the order, had 2 wives. And of one of those 2 wives, the firstborn son, let's see. I'm just going to say the names because I think all of these people have passed away. So one of the 4 people present when the order started in 1935, Eldon was the founder, and his 2 wives, Ethel and Afton, and Ethel's firstborn son were all there when Eldon started the order. So this person was number 51 was only a toddler in 1935 when the order was started. But he was there, and he's still technically a member today. We'll get into this, though. He's not very present. Okay, another story about number 51 is when Eldon, remember number 1, the leader who started the whole thing, when Eldon was on his deathbed, he made a comment about number 51, possibly growing up to be the order's attorney. This was back before the order ever had their own lawyers, and number 51 was only 13 years old when his dad said that. But because of that comment, number 51 felt obligated to follow through with it. So number 51 was the order's very first attorney. And now, of course, we have plenty more attorneys, but now his younger brother, I think I can say his name because he's a lawyer, but he's like the main lawyer for the order right now. But it's his younger brother, and is the best known lawyer in the order. The one that I would say they use the most. So number 51 married 2 of Ernie Ekstrom's daughters. Remember, number 20 married both sisters. So the older sister and then the younger sister became his wives. And the younger sister, second wife, started to cause a ruckus amongst the group. Apparently, she was kind of like a feminist activist. I guess that's like the best way to describe her. She was the order's loudest critic. She was very loud about the issues that were going on in the order. So, Ortel, let's see. So number 51 had children with both of the daughters, right? So the sisters. And Ortel felt that there was a curse that came from that family, which is obviously not true, but eventually the family was chased out of the order. Ortel put number 51 in the Ensign warehouse, making minimum wage for decades, despite number 51 having a law degree. A possible reason for that is, the curse, right? But also another possible reason is that Ortel actually dated number 51's first wife before number 51 ended up marrying her. So it's like the leader dates the girl and number 51 marries the girl. So people believed that Ortel had some type of vendetta. Anyways, 51 ends up with the girl, and some people believe that Ortel was purposely trying to make number 51's life harder than it should have been. Just like that, like here he goes, gets a law degree, is the first lawyer for the order, but is sent to go work at Ensign for minimum wage. Anyway, so number 51 has always been the perfect order member, if there's such a thing. He doesn't find fault with anyone, and he's done everything ever asked of him. The only time number 51 ever pushed back against the one above him is when Paul basically asked him to leave his second wife, which is the activist that was actively fighting against. Thank you, Denise, for the coffee donation. Money for the coffee fund. We are drinking rotten coffee today, so I will be using that. So basically number 51 doesn't want to divorce his second wife, even though Paul is telling him to leave his second wife, because he just doesn't feel like that's right. He doesn't want to abandon her, and he had a bunch of kids with her too. So number 51 told Paul he had taken vows with his second wife, so he didn't feel right about abandoning her, and as a result, Paul ends up telling number 51 and his first wife to stop attending church. So Paul felt that they might share what was said in church with the second wife, which is why he was like, hey, if the second wife is trying to hurt the order, it's probably what they were saying, right? Because she was speaking very loudly about, do you guys remember when David went to prison for raping his niece? This second wife of number 51 was very loudly, like vocally talking about it and how wrong it was. So because of her putting up a fight and standing up for women's rights in there, she was kind of getting pushed out. And then because number 51 was staying married to her, Paul ends up kind of pushing them out and telling them they can't attend any more church meetings because he doesn't want this feminist wife of his to fight back and know about what's going on. Thank you, Oz, for the donation. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Next time I won't be drinking rotten coffee, thanks to you guys. Just kidding. It's not the coffee, it's whatever I mixed with it. Sorry, there's a lot of notes on this one. So Paul asks them not to attend any more church meetings, and so they don't. Basically, I kind of want to do a whole episode on the second wife because she sounds like she started riots in the cult and stood up for a lot of the women there. It did have, let's see. Let's see. Oh, there was also, do you guys remember last week we talked about Merlin's son became number 50, and he was the very first of Merlin's sons to become a numbered man. So apparently Merlin had told his family that Paul said something like, someone has to pay the price for David going to prison. And because that 51's second wife, was all over the news speaking out against David for raping his niece, then 51 and his first wife were being punished by losing fellowship within the church. It's kind of there's a lot that was being said about why they were getting pushed out. But I guess one of the beliefs was, oh, well, someone has to pay for why David went to prison, which is funny that it's not David paying. Like, David's the reason why David went to prison, you know? But there was like, you guys know how some families were like not touched because they had Italian blood, and like other families there was rumor to have like, this is their quote in the order, black blood. So no one would touch those families. This one, it was a different type of curse that people were talking about. It's like stupid reasons why people didn't like the family, and the family was doomed to be cursed. But basically, in translation, at the end of the day, if you're not willing to kick your second wife to the curb, then you're all out, right? But I think that a lot of people had opinions on what it was, and maybe there was multiple reasons why they just wanted them out. But to try to brief it up, Ortel dated the girl, and then number 51 got the girl. There's reason number one. Strike one. Strike two, the second wife ends up talking against David for raping his niece. So you're standing up against the leader's brother. Strike two, right? Strike three, they came from a bad family. There was apparently a rumor that, or maybe it was true, I don't know. I honestly didn't know much about this family because they were pushed out when I was younger. So I have to have, like, I don't really know any of the descendants either. But the last strike was that apparently there was this thing being said about the curse of promiscuity because someone down the line was born out of wedlock. So it was like a curse. So all these reasons why, I honestly think the biggest one was the fact that Ortel didn't get the girl and dated the girl, and then the girl ends up marrying number 51. I really think that's a big thing because the numbered men in the order are very much like my woman, my property, stay away. And if you know order history back in the day, they actually did used to date. And I think the reason why they stopped allowing people to date was because, this is just my opinion, but I think it's because Paul and like his brothers didn't like that they would be dating a girl and then someone else would be trying to date the girl. I think that's really what it is. They're like, hey, no dating, no dating. But if you know the stories of what happens in the order, like we know that some of these numbered men, Paul's brothers, have been known to say, it's none of my wife's business who I'm going forward on. So it's almost like no one gets to date except for them. You know what I mean? And just like how anyone wanting to come forward on any of the women have to go through Paul, so he gets to direct. That way, the women that they want, they get, and no one else touches. So that's just my opinion, but you just look at the facts. They used to be able to date. There was some jealousy with these numbered men. Then these numbered men treating these guys who got the woman they wanted like crap, like giving them minimum wage jobs. And then here we go. Now there's no more dating, and Paul has 27 wives. Woohoo! They've never dated anyone else, right? So do with that information what you will, but that's my opinion. And I think there's a lot more you could talk about. Oh, what's happening? Hang on, I just lost you guys. Amanda, the quality is bad. Okay. Well, it's probably because the lighting is bad. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Inuma's here. Okay, you can hear me. I can turn a light on. I don't think it's necessarily the quality. I think it's the lighting, because I still don't have my ring light. Do you want me to turn another light on? Thank you, Enuma. You like my hair? Okay, I'm glad you guys can hear me. I was not about to say that whole thing again. Is Amanda Peterson on here? Amanda Peterson, hey girl. Where is she? Hi! She says, I wish I had 27 wives. For some good quality coffee bean, also love your hair. Take care, doing a good job. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I didn't mean to make you guys feel bad for me, but I am drinking something rotten. I don't think it's the coffee bean. I think it's the creamer that I use. But yeah, the last time that happened, I like got the coffee ready and I was so ready to make this video and I started drinking it and it was so disgusting. And that's when I learned that coconut milk goes bad. Didn't know that. I'm glad you guys like my hair because I literally, I love my hairdresser, okay? I just like, I think my hair is just kind of thin. So when she like got done chopping it, I was like, she like turns me around and I'm like, ooh! And then I was like, can you like do some more like, you know, do something. So she spent a long time trying to make it what I wanted. So I felt really bad. So I made sure to give her at least a decent tip. But even, you know, when you go and you don't want to be mean because they tried their best and it's not their fault, it's just your hair has 2 strands and the picture you showed them is some girl who has a lot more hair than you know? You can't just change people. So have you ever been in the chair and like been turned around and then you see that it looks bad, but you don't want them to feel bad, so then you just pay for it and you're like, it looks great. Well, that's what happened. I hope she's not watching this. I love it. Thank you, Crystal. No, you're fine. We can see your beautiful face and hear your beautiful voice. Oh, thanks, Jay Snow. I'm wearing my necklace. I literally never ever take it off. Everyone's like, what's up 2.0? Don't drink rotten creamer. I didn't know it was rotten until I sipped it, okay? Oh, Amanda's like, hi, everyone. Oh, yeah, Amanda. Okay, so Amanda's like trying to have me eat some of her cereal. And I'm like, do you have any like dairy-free milk? And I'm like pouring it out and it's kind of chonky. But usually like coconut milk sometimes it's like not chonky, but like you can see discoloration because it's coconut milk. So I start eating it and I'm like, this tastes kind of weird, but maybe it's just like different. And so I kept eating it and then she like, I think she just smelt it and she was like, what are you doing? Anyway, yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't know when to stop. You have to get used to your hair. Yeah, I have to get used to, I think that's what it is because I keep looking in the mirror and going, ooh, ooh, you know? I don't like it. I saw a picture and I showed the girl the picture and I was like, I think I'll like it if it looks like this, but I just don't know if I have the face for it, you know? It looks way different on me. That's why I love my hairdresser. She will tell me your hair will not do that. She's just blunt, plain and simple. Well, my hairdresser wants to just make all my dreams come true, I guess. Your hair is adorable and mine is thin, so the shorter it is, the thicker it is, mostly because it's curly. Does not look bad, Amanda. Thank you, Valerie. Amanda doesn't care, her curtains are backwards. No, they're not. They are? They look fine. The next live you guys will see it's changed. I love your hair. I get where you're coming from. I just got my hair dyed and it's cute, but not the pic I showed, LOL. I know, you're like, nice try, but can we go back to what it was? Amanda, have you tried Function of Beauty? You can get it at Target and it does wonders. I have never, but I am going to. Thank you, Caroline. Hi, Brienne. I agree with Noki, Amanda. You just are too used to extensions and long hair. You will get used to it. Now! Thank you for the donation, Oz. Oat milk creamer, coconut milk creamer. Audio quality is great. The resolution is dipping, but the hand movements are on point as always. Thank you. Sorry, I don't know if it's moving each time that I touch this. Last time I made a mental note to not move the camera every time that I have, like, usually you guys are on a stand, but today you're being held up by a water bottle. I'll try to be careful. Okay. Emily, she did make them come true. Yeah, gorgeous. Oh, thank you. You guys are making me feel better. Hi, Jenny. I have super thin hair and my hairdresser is brutally honest with me. That's the thing. So, I have to sneeze. My hairdresser, so here's the thing. I have my usual hairdresser that I've been going to ever since I first was going on escaping polygamy. I went to her very first and she was amazing. And so I had been going to her for years and she knows me from 18-year-old Amanda getting married to divorced Amanda now. She got pregnant. So then I had to take like a break from going to her and I went to this new girl who's nice. She's great. But she's not the girl I usually go to. So after my hairdresser had a baby, I was like, hey, let's go back. I'm going back to get my hair done from her. And then she got pregnant again. And I was like, wow, I don't know if I made the joke or if she made the joke, but one of us made the joke. It was like, wow, you would think that I'm in the order or order lady. That's how close we are. It's okay to say that because she knows me. But anyways, so she went and got pregnant again. So now I have to keep going to, not that this other lady's bad. I just feel like she doesn't know my hair like my hairdresser does. And she's really like a nice Mormon girl. Anyway. Are you guys bored of that story? Me too. Huh. One hairdresser in particular nailed it every time. Yeah, I think it just has to do with how long they're working with your hair and how well they know your hair. Because it's like, you know, it's not easy. Thank you. Like, bless you. Compared to me, your hair is long. It's cute. Own it. You can braid it or whatever. Thank you. I think I'm just used to, I don't know, used to a longer length, but I think you're right. Huh. Then one time I tried to, oh, sorry, you were continuing. Enuma says, one time I tried to someone new in Texas and she gave me 90s chunky uneven highlights and I went to someone to fix it and she just graduated so she knew the new techniques. Older stylists sometimes don't know the newer techniques. That's the thing. This one, she has only been working for like a year, but I feel like she knows how to do highlights because she has blonde hair. But I think I just don't look like the girl in the picture. But you're never gonna look exactly like the girl in the picture, so it's fine. Anyway, how was everyone's... Did we already talk about Thanksgiving? Did everyone do something for Thanksgiving? Also, what's everyone doing for Christmas? Can I come over? I'm not allowed home, so... I'm kidding, don't feel bad for me. Or do, whatever. Your hair looks very pretty. I don't know if you already know this, but bleaching... Well, I probably do already know this, but bleaching hair thins it and maybe go with your natural color. I know, I dyed my hair my natural color and my mom saw it and was like, it just doesn't look like you. And I was like, this is me though. So I don't know. It's growing out and I'm thinking of maybe trying to just grow it back to what it is. But I think I've just been, my mom has literally, she started like doing the blonde streaks in my hair ever since I was a little kid. Like she had been dyeing her hair blonde with boxed hair dye, so she would have extra and she would like put streaks in like mine, Cammie, and Rachel's hair. So yeah. You're always welcome here for Christmas. I was joking and I realized I get confused sometimes. I feel like I make jokes like that a lot on Patreon, but on here, like maybe there's some of you that are like, oh, that's sad. It's not sad. I've been not allowed home for Christmas for 9 years now. It's not like I'm like in shock, but you guys are so sweet. I do like the invites. It makes me feel like I'm not going to be alone on Christmas. Yes, come to Texas. I should just like fly to each house on Christmas, huh? Get a present from everyone. Just kidding. Give a present to everyone. I love you so much. I watched on 1.75 to catch up on this live. Aww. Wow, so you're dedicated. Thank you, Jay Snow. You guys are so sweet. Do you guys have any like Christmas traditions? I'm curious. Curious if we have similar. Like we had the stockings, and then like there was always an orange in the stockings. I don't really know the significance. I think there is a significance story, but I can't think of it right now. Oh, thank you for the donation, Caroline. Come have Christmas in Ohio. We're doing Christmas on New Year Day. Ooh, okay. Is there a reason why? That's interesting. I guess, do you ever... I'm just curious how you feel about it all post-cult. I actually... I don't know if I've ever talked about this. I had never drank, like, ever, until I moved to Vegas. So, yeah. That's I don't know if anyone asked, I think that's the first time someone's asked that on here. Huh. Yeah. But also, like, I always thought that weed, am I gonna get demonetized for talking about weed? I always thought that we, like, in the cult, that that was on the same level as like any other type of drug. I don't want to name all the drugs because I think I'll get demonetized, but I thought that was the same bad as like all of, you know what I'm talking about, right? So I like stayed far away from it. You hear that? I think Cammie's listening to Phantom of the Opera right now. Or watching it. Scared me for a second. I got some Chester's hot fries, hot Cheetos in the shape of fries, a blanket, and these super cute cat slippers. Aww. That sounds fun. Thanksgiving should be its own holiday, but we were all together, so that's cute. My grandma makes Christmas hollies, and they are amazing. What's Christmas hollies? Amanda, I live in Vegas. You're totally welcome here. Aww. I lived in Henderson for a while. Do you know where that is? I had some scary stuff happen though. I only lived there for a year, and like I got some guy not chased me, but like followed me all the way to the gym and like blocked my car in to try to get my number. Another person, like literally 2 weeks of living there, this girl tried to throw her drink at my car because I accidentally cut her off, but I don't know if that deserves to have a drink thrown at my car, but like her boyfriend was like holding her back. A lot of other stories, things that I saw and heard that might get me demonetized for talking about. Maybe save it for Patreon. I'll leave the link to Patreon down below. But yeah, Vegas is fun for vacation. I didn't really like living there, but maybe it's also because I was living in the areas that were, I keep hearing that the further away you live from the strip, the more like normal society is. I wouldn't know because I lived pretty close to the strip. Do you and the other ex-orders get together like Eskel, Cammie, Rachel? Yeah, we used to do this thing like sister giving. And then I don't know if Joe Robinson does this anymore, but he used to do a like Christmas party every year, and like it was like everyone was welcome, and his adopted family would host it, and it was always really cool to see like who was gonna show up, and it sometimes would be people that you hadn't seen in years. One time I saw my half brother that I hadn't seen in like 4 years, and I was like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna be here. I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, so like there's different stuff that each person does. I recently, sorry, these comments are going too fast. Enuma was just listening to Phantom of the Opera last night. You and Cammie would get along. She loves Phantom of the Opera, Pride and Prejudice, Kate and Leopold, like everything to do with all of that. We get our daughter's Christmas pajamas, they pick them out, and we send them off to Santa to get Christmas magic, and they get them Christmas Eve, so Santa knows where to find us on Christmas Day. Oh, that's cute. We send them to Santa. Oh, that's funny. Oh, thank you for the donation, Caroline. My half-siblings almost always have to go to their in-laws or their moms for Christmas Day, so we started doing it on New Year's to make things easier. Okay. Is there kids that believe in Santa Claus? Do they think that like Santa Claus comes an extra day for you guys? I wonder how that conversation is with the kidlums. Wait, what is Anuma saying? I love that musical. It was the first one I saw in Vegas. Me too! I saw it in Vegas. Did you see? All I remember was the Chandelier Falls, and they did such a good job of it because I was like young at the, like, I think I was like a teenager, and I really thought the chandelier fell. Like, it scared me. It was good. I was in Vegas, and I kind of feel like the Phantom is an allegory of a toxic relationship. Yes, because back then I remember thinking, oh, she needs to be with the Phantom. And now when I watch it, I'm like, ooh, no, honey, no. Toxic. He is much older than yes. Oh, yeah. So the Phantom, did you guys know? The Phantom guy is Gerard Butler, is right? Am I wrong? He's like 30 when they film it, and the girl that they make kiss him was 17. Let me say it again. 17-year-old, over 30-year-old, they made them kiss on is that okay? Are they okay? What is happening? Hi, Eskel. Did you go live? I saw as I was getting ready to go live, you called me, and I was like, I'm not gonna have time to call him back. I just have to go live, and we'll figure it out. Did you go live though? Eskel, I thought you saw my haircut. I've definitely seen you with this haircut, but it was curly the last time I saw you. Maybe you're right. Maybe you haven't seen me. Did you go live yet, Eskel? Did he go live? He was still live when you left. Oh, now I feel bad. I should have called him. I was just like, I had been traveling, I took a quick nap, and then I woke up and I was like, oh my gosh, I had told some people that I was gonna try to go live by 5 or 6, and then like, I just felt so disoriented and just hopped on here. I'm hoping the next lives, the next Sundays are gonna be scheduled as noon, because I'm hoping to not have to be traveling. We will see though. Anywho, sorry, Eskel. We celebrate St. Nick's Day for December 6th. When my kids were at home, they would put their shoes out. December 6th, St. Nick's puts pajamas under their shoes and treats in their shoes. Oh, that's cute. Like, pretends to be an angel. Wait. Yeah, and he's manipulated her to try to trap her. Exactly, Numa. Like, pretends to be an angel, her deceased father sent to her and her father in the cemetery scenes. Yeah. It's crazy how, I don't know, I think a lot of people thought that was so romantic, including me when I was younger. And then you get older and you're like, what the? It's like a little... I hope I did not make you mad. What? Kevin, why would you make me mad? I am not mad. I still have your letter, Kevin, and I brought it with me. Literally, it was in my pocket on my plane ride because I didn't have time to get a stamp and write. That's how busy I've been. But check your mail soon, okay? Is that why you think I'm mad? I'm definitely not mad. It's just hard for me to keep up with everything. I still have paintings that I'm trying to ship out because of all the chaos that's been happening. But my life is hopefully slowing down this month. I want to just get into hibernation mode and not do a lot. Well, you guys want to talk about any more of your fun little Christmas plans? I called you like 4 times today. You did? I'm sorry. I didn't know you had stamps, Amanda. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Money for the non-rotten coffee fund. Merch reminder, Amanda. Oh. Ah, Flicker Fade. Thank you for reminding me. So, dang it. I was supposed to have these available online, but I had been traveling all day and jet lagged. I forgot today was Sunday. Like, legit, I woke up like, just gonna have a relaxing day, and then traveled, and then took a nap, and then now we're here. But Flicker Fade, thank you for the reminder. I will be putting this in the description box down below. I'm putting pictures up of, we have holiday. Maybe it's kind of a cool idea that I'm not showing you yet. It'll be up by the end of tonight. We have some holiday merch that's really cute. It's really small, Culty Crew merchandise that's like, I don't even want to describe it. I just want you guys to see it. So I'll put the link in the description box down below. And then you guys can see for yourself. Thank you for reminding me, Flicker Fade. Thank you for the donation, Sammy. I recently moved from Taylorsville to Las Vegas, and it's a change for sure. I wasn't sheltered or anything, but Vegas is very Vegas. If you know, you know. Yes. So first of all, I didn't even realize how weird Utah was till I moved to Vegas, because I was raised in Utah my whole life. So I go to Vegas, and like apparently you can't order more than 1 drink at a time in Utah, and that, like, obviously I wouldn't know that that's weird. Vegas, you can order, it doesn't matter. Those little alcohol bottles are illegal in Utah because they're enticing the children. Obviously, weed's illegal in Utah, but polygamy, I don't know. Casinos are illegal in Utah. Gambling's illegal. Liquor stores are all closed on Sundays. If you want to buy like a bottle of wine or champagne at a restaurant, they have to like uncork it for you, watch you drink it, drink some of it at least, and then they'll recork it and let you take it. I don't know why, but yeah, there's a lot of weird laws, which I didn't think were weird until I moved to Vegas. And then, but it's like also, it's like one extreme, the other extreme, you know? They're like completely different. But yeah. How do you like Vegas, Sammy? It's a culture shock, huh? They like only wore prairie dresses, and I swear there was like 50 of them. When I talked to them, they seemed very hesitant and looked at me like they had never seen another human. I think I said that right. I'm going to Beauty and the Beast. I joined somebody. Wait, I'm confused on what you're saying, Salmon. No worries, I never know what day of the week it is, lol. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. I am illegal in Utah. Denise, yes you are. Straight to jail for you. Can't smoke weed, but you can boink your sister. Exactly, BB. Go to jail if they catch weed on you, but if you are caught sleeping with your sister, what do they do? Also, David Kingston went to prison for doing that with his niece, but he went out. He's out of prison now, so they don't care about us, but they do care about weed. You have to buy a membership to drink in a bar, every bar, even if you're not a resident. What? Where? Where is that at? IDK. Honey Daddy. Centennial Park does wear dresses, but from what I Centennial Park is like the breakoff of the FLDS, and I've met both. From what I saw, it was almost like the Centennial Park could wear less prairie-ish stuff, but it could have just been the group that I saw. They believe very similarly, though. It's kind of interesting. My neighbors were... Oh, you're talking about your neighbors. I think they were part of a cult and explained why. What area are you in? Are you in, like, are you near Colorado City? Good old brother David. Huh. Yeah, so with the Centennial group, that's what I did think was interesting. Some it's almost like more diverse than the FLDS. They're like more progressed. They're not as like, obviously they're not out in the world doing the worldly things, but they're more progressed than the FLDS. And from my understanding, some of them watch TV and like they're not as like sheltered in that aspect. But what I don't understand is, do they believe in a prophet? Because I don't think they believe Warren Jeffs is gonna get out of prison. But it could have just, again, could have just been the Centennial group that I was talking to. Bye, Jay Snow. So who is 51, Amanda? 51 is brother, he's still alive. So we just did the whole explanation of it, but he's still alive, so I can't say his name. But the gist of it is he kind of got pushed out of the order and asked not to come to the church meetings for what I believe is a multitude of reasons. But one being that Brother Ortel, the leader after Eldon, was dating the woman that 51 ended up marrying. So Ortel probably had some type of vendetta, I don't know. But number 51 ends up becoming a lawyer and is still told to work for the kingdom of God and work at Ensign at minimum wage. So there was people that believed that Ortel had some type of vendetta against 51 because 51 got the girl and Ortel didn't. And then 51 had his second... Should I just tell the whole thing again? Basically, the second wife was like a feminist that would talk out about how David went to prison for raping his niece. And Paul basically asked that 51 and his first wife don't go to church because they didn't want the second wife to find out about what was happening at church. It's kind of a silly thing, but number 51, if you want to know, like, if you're asking like who they are, like where they fit in, 51, I believe, is Brother Eldon's son. I believe one of Brother Eldon's sons. And then he's also the brother to the main attorney in the order right now. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No? Okay, love you guys. I pretty much am done with everything. I'm kind of jet lagged from all of the traveling and stuff, and now I have to... I'm glad I got reminded I got to put that stuff up on my website, so I will leave that in the description box down below. I did want to go live at some point this week on Patreon, so maybe we'll figure that out. Trying to get that video of the similarities with the... What is the show I'm thinking of? My brain is fried, you guys. I'm so tired. Handmaid's Tale. That video is coming up, and we also have... I'm actually really excited to tell you. I'm gonna announce this, that we have a video. Oh, thank you, Sammy, for the donation. I lived on 47th and Redwood. Oh my gosh, I lived right by you. I wonder if I lived by you at the same time. I was living there about 3-4 years ago. Were you living there at that time? 47th and Redwood, by the Slick, right? You were by the Slick, kind of? They showed a lot of my area on escaping polygamy. Makes me sad to know there's a girl suffering. There's girls suffering when so many of us would have helped and been a positive connection had we known. Yeah, you were living right. You probably had a lot of neighbors that were order members. That's crazy. You were also kind of by John's Marketplace on Redwood Road. That's the order-owned grocery store. So everyone that works there is part of the group. What was I saying? Oh, a video that's going to be coming out hopefully before the end of this year is on a a very like hush-hush lawsuit that happened in the order where Paul, I don't want to tell too much information on this, but basically Paul had sued his own members. And I have a lot of like stuff that I'm putting together to show you guys, but I've been working on this for like months and editing it and trying to get the story exactly right so that you guys can get all of the information, and mostly too for order members to see, because order members were taught obviously either that it didn't happen or that it was not, they were taught the not truth story. Not true story. That video is coming out soon and I'm really excited for. I've been working really hard on it. But it's going to be coming out, as well as the Handmaids one, and I'm still trying to work on a video that, remember I was talking about how I want at least one video a month where I'm not stressed about culty things, so maybe I'll do a painting video or a renovation video. Stay tuned, I guess. But thank you guys for all the compliments and the donations and for being so nice and for inviting me to Christmas. Send me your addresses. And I will see you on the next Culty Cup of Coffee plant video. Yes, Denise. I think I should do that. It'll just be me showing you all the plants that have died since I've been gone. Okay, love you guys. I will see you next week. Bye.